Good morning, Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, and the rest of the world. You've tuned in to the Mac City Morning Show. I am your host, Elliott Pierre, and we're going to start this episode off the same way we start every episode off, with a moment of gratitude. I know you could be doing a million other things with your time, and the fact that you spend it with us truly does mean the world to me, so thank you. On that note, Tanner, hit him with the intro.
How's she cutting, me loves? You're listening to the Mac City Morning Show.
All right, and we're back. Okay, today's a very, very special episode. We don't have a guest here today. We haven't done this in a while. Why is it special? Because it's our 1-year anniversary. Woo, woo! Can you believe that, man?
What episode? Like 275, something like that?
I got to be honest. I don't know what episode it is. But what I do know is 1 year today, we started filming the Mac City Morning Show. So we didn't do anything special in regards to getting a cake or have a special guest. It's just going to be me and Tanner talking today. There will be some celebration. Yeah, you are the special guest. And there will be some celebrating going on after we're finished this episode. There's no doubt about that. But first and foremost, before me and Tanner just get chatting, I want to thank everybody listening. The support that we've had for this show has been tremendous. All the people that have come on, everybody that's engaged with the page, from writing to saying that they enjoyed the show to watching the episodes. Thank you very much for all of the support. It truly does mean the world to me, and it blows my mind that so many people want to be on the show and want to watch the show. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to keep it going. So hopefully we have a 2-year anniversary, but this is a 1-year anniversary today, man.
I think we're at 257.
257, yeah.
I just looked at it. We haven't uploaded on YouTube in a few days.
Yeah, it's been a lot. Like, that's a lot of guests that we've had on the show.
Yeah, and that's just what we have out.
That's right. Yeah, there's still some in the tank for sure. Remember when we first started filming, everything was live.
Yeah. The first, like 20 episodes or something like that?
Yeah, I think longer than that. So thanks to everybody who was on the live episodes at first. That was a gong show.
Apologies.
Yeah, sound wasn't working, color wasn't working.
And we've only had, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 of those people come back, I think.
That's right. Like, I need to reach out to a few people and have some return guests.
Yeah, we haven't even had our first ever guest come back.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't. There's been so many people. I remember when we first started filming this, I didn't know who was going to show up. I thought this was going to be every episode, just you and me talking.
Yeah, we'll see who we can get for episodes, but it might just be me and Elliott for the whole show, he says.
That's right. And then there's been a few repeat guests, but for the most part, like the repeat guests that we've had, Chris has been on the show a few times.
Yeah.
AKA Young Daddy.
The
Curtis.
Curtis, Northern Lights Health Foundation.
Cindy.
Cindy Amarella, yeah.
Cindy, and I don't know if
we've had a few couple like return people, the couple guys from the golf course. And
yeah.
There's been too many to remember everybody.
Yeah, there's been a few, but for the most part, like I'd say, there's probably been 5, maybe 6 return guests. Everybody else, for the most part, has been brand new.
Yeah, we had Jeff on a couple of times, the car salesman.
Yeah, and Jill McIntosh.
Yeah,
Jill McIntosh.
We've done
we've done a few repeat guests, but for the most part, it's been all new. So, yeah, the response has been crazy.
Do you have a favorite moment in the last year?
A favorite moment?
Yeah. Other than the one that I know it already is.
I'll go with the favorite story. My favorite story was Curtis Phillips talking about meeting Michael Jordan.
Yeah, your favorite moment was when Curtis Phillips gave you a jersey signed by Penny Hardaway.
Which, actually, I need to take a picture and send to Curtis. Big shout out to Curtis. Curtis hooked me up with a Penny Hardaway signed autographed jersey. And over the break, I got it framed. So I need to take a picture and send that to Curtis. It's in my office upstairs.
My favorite moment over the past year is being employed.
Oh, yeah. Being employed is always nice.
That was a wonderful.
That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, not being employed and then being employed highlighted.
Yeah.
Absolute perfect.
Well, I remember when I called you, I was like, "Hey, Tanner, I got this gig for you if you're interested." You're like, "Yeah, I ain't doing nothing."
Yeah. You're like, "What are you doing? Sitting on the couch? You want a job? Yeah, I'm in. Here's the details. Don't care."
Yeah. I'll take it.
Yeah. You're employing me. I will work.
Deal. Yeah. No, it was good, man. And then
nobody believed me for like a month. that it was real because I
Yeah.
was like, I got a job, but it doesn't start for a month. And they're like, what do you do? It's like, I sit behind a computer. And my mom was like, all right, but you better be looking for another job just in case something happens. It's
Yeah.
like, no, I'm good.
It'll all work out.
Yeah, things turn out for me.
Well, that first month, like for everybody at home, just the first few weeks of the show were dodgy at best.
Yeah.
But the setup leading up to, like anything and everything that could have went wrong in regards to we couldn't find a place to film it. All of our cameras died. We ordered, I want to say, 5 Sony cameras that all died.
If you're a regular listener, this is a familiar story.
Yeah, all 5 Sony cameras crapped out. Lights didn't show up. Wires didn't show up. And
Cords stopped breaking.
Yeah, we just said, yeah, we're doing it. The only thing that was consistent was, no, it wasn't even. You didn't even have your computer.
No.
Your computer didn't end up showing up until week 2.
Yeah. So we were using one of your other employees' computers for the time being.
Yeah. He would come and drop his stuff off and his camera.
Yeah.
Because none of the cameras worked. We only had 2 cameras on the go.
And neither of them were the same.
That's right. So the color and the lights and everything.
Have you gone back and looked at one of our first episodes lately?
Oh yeah, it's horrible.
Oh yeah, train wreck.
It's horrible.
I feel bad for the guests that came on.
Yeah.
They were barely guests. They were more like guinea pigs for us
That's
to
right.
figure things out.
That's right.
20 people that Elliott knew that wouldn't get mad if we messed up.
Yeah, the color is for the first week because there were completely different cameras. It's hard to watch, but
and it's not bad. It's just inconsistent.
That's
and
right.
Comparative to what we do now.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
It is a lot worse.
Yeah, and the lighting. We've worked with the lighting, and it's got to a good place now. That's been a thing. But the reason why I did, for people who don't know this, and we don't do a very good job at shouting ourselves out. We're on Shaw Cable. If you turn to the Shaw channel, the Mac City Morning Show is on regular television.
Yeah, I think it's twice a day, 10 o'clock and 5 o'clock or something.
Yeah, it comes on a few times. Yeah.
5,
Yeah, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
So you can watch us on Facebook, on YouTube. We put clips on Instagram, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Snap. No, not on Snap. On TikTok. On TikTok. And then if you want to listen, you can listen to the show on Audible.
Or Spotify.
Spotify as well. There's another one too. It's everywhere. The only place that we've struggled to get it on, and I don't know what the deal is, it's
Apple Music.
Is Apple Music. That's the only place that you can't get the podcast. But yeah, if you guys want to watch us on television, old school style, check out Shaw. We're on Shaw Spotlight.
We also have a t-shirt raffle.
Yeah, I'm wearing the t-shirt right now. So if you haven't got your ticket yet, it's time to go pick one up. So
we still haven't had a dream guest yet.
Yeah, we haven't had a pizza delivery guy, have we?
No. We've tried. Every time I order a pizza, I ask the guy, you want to be on the show? And they're always like, this is my 3rd job. I can't.
That's right.
And you're like, that's fair.
And what we also haven't received yet, just shouting out Nike, is I don't have those Air Dunks yet.
Those Ben & Jerry Dunks.
Ben & Jerry Air Dunks from Nike.
They're like a $5,000 shoe now.
They are. They're not, well.
They might have gone down.
They've leveled out. So
you can find, I got with Sneaker Buddies, and some of them say you can find a pair for $1,500.
Yeah, they've leveled out.
I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't spend $600 on a pair of shoes because I would be like, oh my God, I can never wear those.
Well, that's the thing about myself, as you know. I would wear them.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't worn your signed Penny Hardaway jersey.
Yeah, if it fit, because it's a legit Penny Hardaway jersey. He's what, 6'8"? So I'm not 6'8" for everybody at home.
No, I think if you put that would be a dress on you.
That's right. It would legitimately, not like a mini skirt.
Coveralls.
Yeah. Hey, dude. One of the I thought about wearing the coveralls on the show one time, but I was just like, you know what? Then people would know about them, and it wouldn't be a thing. And you can only wear the coveralls so often. So
yeah. You can wear them as often as you want. There's just a line you're walking.
That's right. I did. I took the coveralls on a business trip to Winnipeg, and I rocked those coveralls on a very regular basis out there. It was a hit. Coveralls were a hit. But, yeah, if you ever see me walking around in some coveralls, for everybody, it's an inside joke, but I legitimately do have custom coveralls.
It's definitely not an inside joke.
Yeah.
Everybody knows you have those coveralls.
But nobody's seen them. I haven't debuted them in Fort McMurray yet.
Your sister said she's seen you in them, and told me I wasn't far off on my beliefs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another return guest we've had a few.
Yeah, your sister, she's awesome.
Those are my favorite. Alicia's has to be one of my favorite guests.
Yeah, because she just comes on here and is like, I don't care about Elliott Pierre or his stupid little show. I'm just going to talk about whatever I want.
That's right.
And she just like totally wrecks you and roasts you. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's so fun. And then she had a really good, like, the cancer episode that she had about breast cancer awareness.
Nothing says a good episode like cancer.
Yeah, because I remember you were, like, trying your best not to laugh behind camera because we were just so nonchalant and busting jokes about it. And you're just like, I'm not ready for this, and I don't know if it's appropriate for me to laugh or not.
Well, it's like, I forget what she said. She said something. She was like, yeah, got rid of one cancer, so that's good. Got another, but whatever. It's like, holy shit, just like, whatever. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I did this once. And you're just like, okay.
Yeah. Our family is pretty resilient. Blunt. Yeah, and blunt to the
I got some pretty dark jokes about some family stuff, too. I think it's just a healthy way to cope.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly it.
Plus, it's fun to say some stuff about some things that, like, you got that nobody else can say anything about.
That's right.
Like, I know for a fact your sister used cancer as an excuse.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not an excuse when you actually have cancer, like you're sick and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But knowing your sister, she would just push that farther because she is the youngest who doesn't like to do things.
That's right. Yeah.
You got to buy me food. I have cancer.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, well, I was probably buying you food anyways.
Yeah.
But
she's the baby of the family, and she knows how to work that angle.
Yeah, very well. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I took some tips. I'm also the baby.
Yeah. So. Yeah, Alicia's a good guest. I love bringing Alicia onto the episodes. So big shout out to Alicia. Thank you for always watching. Thank you for your support. Love you, and I'm very proud of you.
Shout out to all the Pierres, even though Alicia's the only one who will ever come on.
Yeah, I think, honestly, we might be able to get my mom on the show. I was talking to my mom. She's not opposed to it. My brother, Alistair, I can't ever see him coming. And GP, a.k.a. Uncle Silky, he's a.k.a. my dad. He's never coming on the show, that's for sure.
No, but he's seen the set.
He's seen the set, yeah. He came a few weeks ago to check out the spot, and he watches the show regularly, so thank you for the support, Dad. Love you. I was actually at his house last night watching James Bond.
The new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, what'd you think?
I love it. I don't no spoilers. No spoilers. I could see why some people hate it, why they have their opinions on it, but no, it's a good one. So I think what we're going to do, though, over the next few, because it's not going to be in a month or so, but we're going to watch all of them. We're going to go back.
Like, start to finish?
Mm-hmm. Start with, like, number one and just, like, work our way up.
Watch, like, the really terrible ones?
Yeah. I don't remember, like, I know as a youth, as a child, my dad loved James Bond, so we watched, I remember watching them with him, like Sean Connery and Robert Moore and all those, but I don't remember any of those.
Yeah, I feel like it'll be like old video games, though, you know, when you, like, remember playing an old video game and you're like, this was the sickest game I ever played.
And it doesn't hold up?
Yeah, and then you go back and you're like,
yeah,
what is this?
Yeah. I think some of the older ones will hold up in regards to, like, they're just classic and they didn't get campy.
Yeah.
Like the Sean Connery ones, I think might, like, they'll be classics.
Yeah.
And you'll see it for what it is. But I think once I get to, like, the James Bonds in the 80s, and even, like, every once in a while on TV, like, I'll catch a clip of, like, and I loved it at the time, but, like, GoldenEye, Pierce Brosnan and stuff.
Yeah.
I think once I get to those, I'll be like, the special effects, I think, are going to be, they're not, there's no way the special effects are going to hold up.
No, and that's just it, is, like, the older movies, the Sean Connery ones, didn't use digital effects.
That's right.
Practical effects.
That's right.
And practical effects hold up because you see what's real.
That's right.
But, like, once you get into the 80s and the 90s and they started working a lot more with technology, you can just see that it's, like, the start of the technology instead of the end, and it's just terrible.
That's right. I was at home in the garage. I actually have old school Super Nintendo and a
Sega Genesis?
No, not a Sega. 64. Nintendo 64. And so I was actually, months and months ago, was playing GoldenEye. Now, for all those at home, GoldenEye was like a revolutionary game. Anyways, does not hold up. But at the time, it was unbelievable.
Did you see the new Grand Theft Auto remasters?
No.
No, they came out with the original 3 Grand Theft Autos, so not the original 3, but, like, 3 San Andreas and Vice City. Totally remastered for the new systems.
Nice.
So they're all like HD, like soft texture, no corners. It's super cool. Yeah.
I got it. I remember playing Grand Theft Auto when it was bird eyes view.
Yeah, 1 and 2.
Unbelievable, and it was an awesome game.
Oh, have you tried to play them lately?
No. Well,
I got Grand Theft Auto 1 for a PS1. I played it the other day.
Yeah.
My God, is it the hardest game I've ever tried to play?
Really?
Yeah, because like the steering is the same for the cars as it is for the people,
right?
But it's inverted.
Oh, okay.
So down is up is down, left is right, and right is left. So you're trying to drive this car like you would in like the new Grand Theft Autos,
right?
And your bird's eye view, and there's no it's not smooth. You go left, you go right, you go straight, you go back, right? And so like you can't steer a car to save your life, and then you get out and all trying to like walk with your character and like going backwards is forward, and you're like getting shot at. It's just a terrible game. It is a terrible game.
I had what was the handheld PSP?
Yeah.
That's what I used to play my Grand Theft Auto on. And I used to be a recruiter, and so I'd be in airports all of the time, just like playing Grand Theft Auto. And I know there were some grannies who would like look over at my screen and just be
horrified,
disgusted.
Yeah, it was one of those games that was definitely not allowed in my house. But they have a brilliant marketing team. Like when their new Grand Theft Auto came out, they paid right-wing news organizations to negatively review their games.
Oh yeah.
So it would be controversial.
Yeah.
So that because that's Grand Theft Auto's thing, right? Is that it's a controversial game.
Yeah.
And so like when the new one came out, it wasn't going to be controversial anymore because it was an established franchise.
That's right.
Right. So it was going to get like the great reviews and everything like that, and they wanted to keep it. So they paid like right-wing news agencies to review the game and be like, it's too violent, it's too graphic, it's this, it's that, like all this bad stuff, so that they could like boast about it.
That's right. Well, the video game systems have been doing that for years. All the good video games had negative publicity. You have like Mortal Kombat. I was playing Mortal Kombat a few days ago. Like, I remember that game came out. It was horrific what people were saying about it. But
because you play Mortal Kombat once and all of a sudden you want to just slice your friend's head off.
Yeah, like that's a thing. It's ridiculous. I remember back in the day. This is an old story, and sorry for throwing some shade on a teacher, but I remember I bought a Bart Simpson sweatshirt, and I was like 8 years old, I think 8 or 9, and my mom obviously bought it for me, so she saw it, and it said "Eat my shorts." And the teacher's like, you can't wear that to school. I'm like, my mom bought it for me. I don't know what you want me to tell you. And I was like, when I went to school, you got a back-to-school outfit.
Yeah.
And so that was my back-to-school outfit. And I remember telling the teacher, like, this is the only sweater I got, so you're going to be seeing lots of this one. And she didn't believe me. And then for, like, the next few months, it's what I kept coming in with. And after a while, they just gave up and like, okay, you don't have to turn it inside out.
You didn't have one of those Kevin Hart moments? My mother told me to tell you I can wear this sweater.
Oh, I told him that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there probably was a phone call made home to my mom, and she was...
I would have liked to be on a third line of that phone call.
Oh, my mom was the best. I remember there's 3 of us, right? Me, Alistair, and Alicia. And so when I used to go to school, high school, Father Merck, I was the last drop-off if my mom was dropping us to school, so I'd be late. And I remember... my teacher, and I won't tell the teacher and I won't tell the class, but I was always late for this teacher's class, and she was upset about it. So one day I told my mom, like, Mom, like, I'm going to get in trouble. I need a note. And my mom said, okay, fine. So she got like a piece of paper out of her car, a Post-it, maybe it was on the back of her receipt, for goodness sake. And she had eyeliner that she wrote, "Sorry, Elliott's late." And I remember taking it into the class and be like, hey, miss, whatever, sorry I'm late. Here's my note. And she obviously did not believe me and said a bunch of mean things about how a parent would never do such a thing, and I got in trouble. And so anyways, my mom, I got sent to the office. So my mom had to come in school, and it was a very awkward meeting for that teacher when my mom showed up and said, yeah, I am the lady who wrote on the back of her seat with eyeliner. What about it?
That was always the big flex in school. It's like, as a kid who got in trouble, like, it was always like, we're gonna call your mom, and then it'd be like, oh no, don't call my mom. And then there'd be like that situation where I'd be like, my mother is not gonna like this from your side. Like,
that's right.
they tried to give me a scribe in school, which is like where you have somebody read your test.
I wish.
Well, and I didn't want one.
Right.
I was just like, no, I'm going to do, like, this isn't how the real world works.
Right.
I don't get to have somebody hold my hand in the real world. If I fail, I fail. If I get it, I get it.
That's right.
And it was like this big problem. So they took me out into the office and they were like, well, if you're not going to take this, we're going to call your mom.
Yeah.
And I was just like, call my mom.
Call my mom.
Yeah. And I don't call that bluff because my mom would, like, punish me. But I was like,
that's
cool.
right.
It's like, call my mom. Do it. Bring her in here.
Yeah.
Call her in from work and see how this conversation goes.
Yeah,
and so they did. And they brought her in and they wouldn't tell her why they were bringing her in until she got there.
Oh.
So she came in fuming, right? Because, like, what did my son do? This is not the first rodeo.
That's right.
And we got into the office and we explained what happened and how I just wanted to take my test normally. And my mom just looked at them and was like, you guys called me in from work for this.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, yes. And she was like, he doesn't need one. Have a good day.
Yeah.
And, like, was fuming at them because, like, some things are just so useless to be calling in parents for.
Yeah. No. Like yourself, my mom got a number of phone calls. And I would get in trouble 99% of the time. Yeah. Like, especially when I got home. Yeah. But, like, my parents were cool about it. Like, if it was something that I, like, that my parents would have my back. And although they got a number of phone calls, like, if I got in trouble, I took it. I knew what I was doing. Yeah. I knew what I was doing. So you got to take the lumps with the sugar. So
what are you hoping happens in this next year for the show, Elliott?
More on the road shows, if I got to be honest with you. I like the on the road shows. I don't think we do enough of them. We did some in Edmonton, did some in Winnipeg. You and me, we dropped the ball big time. We should have brought the cameras when we went to Calgary. Me and Tanner went to a rave. Whoop, whoop. My very first rave.
That was an extremely fun time.
Oh, man. For all the people watching at home, if you've never been to a rave, highly suggest checking it out. If an old man like me can go to a rave, anybody can go to a rave.
Anybody can go to a rave. Everybody's welcome.
That's right. It was a loving experience. Yeah, it was great.
When you get to go to one of those things, it's cool to have, like, no matter who you are, what you do, or what you're about, people want to. Yeah,
it was a little bit weird in regards to how I dressed for me, and for I'll just fill in all the people with your imaginations going wild. I just wore track pants and a black t-shirt, but I don't own a pair of track pants for one. I don't own any baggy clothes, and even the t-shirt I bought was like a loose fitting shirt. So Tanner told me I had to be comfortable. And I was like, man, I'm comfortable in my tight jeans rolled up in a t-shirt. And Tanner's like, nah, man, you got to dress appropriately. This is my world. And you were right. I'm glad I did it.
Well, because, like, you might feel comfortable in jeans, but like, would you go for a jog in jeans? No. No. You're going for a jog when you go to a rave.
That's
so,
right.
Like, you need to make sure you have, like, appropriate clothes.
I might have so now I love raves and I can't wait to go to more of them. I got some rave outfits on the go now. So, but yeah, it's all about comfort because you get hot and you're dancing for hours. So yeah, wearing bar clothes, quote unquote, would be a party fail. There's no doubt about that.
I think that I would agree, but now that you know, you'll have all your outfits picked out with your rave rings, and
there you go.
Got it figured out. So anybody want to come with us, you're more than welcome.
Yeah. What about you? Is there anything you're looking forward to for the upcoming year of shows?
Being employed. I like being.
That's number one. Just keep those paychecks coming.
Yeah, absolutely. Whatever happens, happens.
Hey, speaking of paychecks coming, you know what I wouldn't mind?
What?
A sponsor for the show. But anybody out there who wants to sponsor, you got to know.
You just get your name on the board.
We're not changing anything about the show, though.
Yeah, there's a board that you get your name on, and that is it. We'll shout out your name.
We'll promote the crap out of you. There's no doubt about that. However, the show is the show. So.
You don't pick guests or sets or conversation topics. You just get your name on that board.
We might move the set. We've been talking about moving the set.
Yeah, not far.
Not far, just into a different area of the house.
Yes, which I think would be neat. Give us a little bit more room.
Yeah, so we might do that. We'll see.
We could also do what we wanted to do upstairs, downstairs.
That's right. So, not a lot of, unless you've been on the show, not a lot of people have checked out the greenhouse. The greenhouse is what we call the studio, because the company is green light. But not a lot of people have seen the set. But it's a whole house, and it's got some pretty cool stuff in here.
There's a lot of...
It's a vibe.
It's a lot smaller than a lot of people are expecting, though.
Oh, yeah. When people come, they think it's just the set on camera, and it is true. When you look at this show, it looks huge. But this living room it's a tight living room. It's a nice living room, but it's not as big as people think.
No, there's not much more to the house than the set than the living room.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that, and then there's a kitchen about half the size of the living room, and
yeah, this main level is not much.
No, well, this house isn't much. The basement's the biggest part of this house. Yeah.
Well, upstairs, like the rooms are small, but they're rooms.
Yeah. It would do for a small family.
And I like the part of town we're in. We don't talk about the part of town we're in, and we're not gonna, but I like the part of town that we're in.
And I'm sure if you've watched the show long enough, you can figure that out.
Yeah, I think people have figured it out.
We've had a guest or two being like, when I lived blank.
Yeah, little Easter eggs. And like I've dropped that I grew up in this neck of the woods when I was a youth.
Yeah, well, you didn't grow up here. I thought you were like born here.
I was born here, yeah. I lived here until I was 5.
Yeah.
I lived in this area until I was 5. So then I grew up in Dickinsfield. So big shout out to Dickinsfield. Still love Dickinsfield. Yeah. Dickinsfield to me is home. The spot. I don't live there, but Dickinsfield's always going to feel like home to me.
Well, your parents still are there, so you're there enough.
Yeah, they do. I should shout out their address. Oh my God, GP would lose his mind. I'm not going to do it, Dad. I'm not going to do it. Not even going to say the block that you live on.
Just disown.
He would be so mad.
It would be, you might as well just take your shoes off at that point.
There wouldn't be any more episodes because I'd be murdered.
Yeah, he would leak this address, but not to our audience.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, man. Anyways, how many minutes we got?
We got 26 minutes on the clock.
Oh, so we ran well.
I did tap my watch several times.
I did see that, and I was just like, oh, it was a warning. I didn't know it was like definitive.
Well, it was a warning when I gave it to you 7 minutes ago.
Well, listen, it's the 100th episode. We can chat a little bit longer, so.
Absolutely.
It's our show. It's our show. And like some guests have blown the 20-minute mark. It's only fair that we blow the 20-minute mark.
I think our longest episode is like 32 minutes or something.
Who is that? Is it Keith McGrath?
I think Keith McGrath has longest, and then I think Kevin Faulkner's second episode was close behind it.
Right.
Yeah.
Another guy that we go off with is Pete.
Yeah.
Pete Daly. When he gets talking about wrestling. Oh, it's the best.
Yeah, that was like a 28-minute episode.
Yeah, that's a long episode. So, yeah, okay. Kevin, Pete, and Keith.
Few people that you just know coming in are going to be slow burners.
We mentioned her as well, Jillian McIntosh, when Jill comes. Because we're talking old school, one of my oldest friends. So, growing up. Yeah, I don't mind when episodes go too long. We try to keep them short.
We got to get...
Either like
I get that they're scared, but
they don't want the media coverage. They don't want the media coverage, and I tell them like, hey, we got Liquid Courage here for you. But
my thing is that none of your friends really do anything.
That's right.
That would give them more limelight. Like they're gonna come on once and they're gonna be seen by people, and then that's gonna be it. Nobody's gonna go like, oh my God, it's you from the Matt Sitting Morning Show. Right.
We got Doherty. We filmed an episode.
We got a Doherty episode.
We got a Doherty episode. Yeah, he does. I like that episode. Will never see the light of day. We were here one evening, and the cameras were turned on, and we told some stories. Those are so Doherty came and he filmed here. So that was. But yeah, we're never going to show those episodes.
No, all three of us. I think Pam would give us our notice.
Yeah, Pam be like, we'd upload them. She's like, yeah, no, we're not.
Yeah, she'd watch the first 2 seconds and just be
we're not airing those, yeah. You know what was kind of cool with the show this year was all of the people that ran for council and mayor that came on the show.
Yeah, it was cool that and we've had quite a few like high-end politicians too. Like you went and interviewed that guy.
Yeah, Maxine Bernier.
Yeah, and then we've had Brian Jean on the show, and Mike Allen on the show, and so a few career politicians.
That's right. Hey, Alicia Pierre's calling right now. You want to get her on the show?
Why not?
Hey, Alicia.
Hey, what's up?
We are currently filming the 1 year anniversary of the Mac City Morning Show, and you're on it. I got you on speakerphone right up to the mic.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. So we shouted you out a few times already.
Surprise guest.
That's wonderful.
So this was not planned for everybody at home that Alicia was calling in today. How are you doing?
I'm great. I was just checking in. I missed my brother and said, oh, I should see how he's doing today. So,
but instead you called Elliott?
I'm happy to be on the show. I love it. And it's been a great joy in my life for the last year.
There you go. 1 year episode.
You've been a joy in our life for the past year, too.
There you go. This is awesome that you're calling in for the 100th episode. We were about to wrap it up because we've like blown the time limit away. And then I was like, nah, we'll just keep going. And then you called. So sweet timing.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah, so 1 year. Anyways, love you.
Well, love you. Congratulations. And also, Tanner, you're just the best. I enjoy hearing your little side chat and your Mac City Minute. So
thanks. I love having you as a guest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, well, Lish, I'll give you a shout back after we're done filming.
Sounds great.
Okay, love you.
Have a great day.
You too.
Peace.
Bye. Peace. That was awesome. Okay. All right. Well, I think that's a good way to end off the episode.
Yeah.
Special guest.
Special surprise guest.
Yeah. All right. Well, for McMurray Wood Buffalo and the rest of the world, thank you so much for tuning in. It means the world to me. 1 year in the can. Hope there's many, many, many more. Thank you for the support. Tanner, thank you for doing what you do. I love and appreciate you, man.
Love you too, dude.
And if you don't got this shirt yet, go support the shirt. Let's sell a shirt. You sell when you sell the shirts, you get your name put into a raffle to win a Toyota RAV4. The hospital gets money out of it. I don't make any money. It's just something I think that would be really cool to give the hospital some money, give away a car in Fort McMurray, and your odds are great. 1 in 200 chance to winning a car. You can't beat it. So show your support and buy a shirt, please and thank you. On that note, I hope you're having a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
I said this. That's another Mac City Morning Show done.
It's so ballistic!
Talk about quenching your ugly thirst.